Baby, they're coming! They're coming, baby!
Who's...
The hoard! The hoard! You have to craft the hoard!
I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on it.
The hoard is coming! The hoard! The hoard is here! Baby, tell me you crafted the hoard!
I'm working on it, baby!
Did you craft the hoard?
I crafted some of the hoard.
Oh, okay. Then I guess we're fine.
Okay, then. Calm down.
Thank goodness.
I don't even know why you went over to the craft closet in the first place. Because
the hoard is back there. I looked back there and the hoard is creeping out.
Yeah, it's big.
Like, the hoard. No one has crafted us.
It's like an octopus with like 8 legs. Trying to grab you?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Alright, everyone. So, welcome back to Crafting the Hoard. And this is hosted by Joanna's DIY Life and me over at Simply Blessed Crafts. Welcome. And let's get into it, guys. Project number 1. I just decided we were going to just mess around today. I actually got this idea off of Pinterest. Now, the gal that I got this idea off of on Pinterest, I was hoping that she was the one that actually created it, but once I clicked on it, it was actually just one of her pins, so I can't even link the person that actually created this, so I apologize on that. So if anybody is aware of that, let me know. But we are going to just grab a bunch of these wine corks, which I have an abundance of, guys. I got these at garage sales and stuff like that, and thrift stores and junk, and collected them. I just collected them to craft with. Sometimes they're great to craft with, but I have so many now that I'm like, let's just mess around, and that's kind of just what it was. I was trying to get inspired by something that I have an abundance of in my room, and something that was just different. I wanted to do something different for you guys, and this is something that I don't think I've ever seen anybody do. Even though I saw it on Pinterest, I was like, you know what? We're going to try it. So what I'm just doing is I'm just kind of trying to angle the tops of these off just a tiny bit. I wanted to make this one kind of the same angle as the last one that I was cutting off here. I'm using my X-Acto knife to do that. So it's basically all I'm doing here is I'm just trying to angle the top of this. Now, I was trying to fit them both under this one, and then I realized that the picture that it's supposed to be actually under another one, and then the other one's supposed to be glued to it. So I don't even know where my head was on this. So right here is where I figured it out, that it's supposed to be like this. So I'm going to start gluing these down, and should start to come together here pretty soon, and exactly what I am creating. I didn't need to do this, so you don't have to do that. I was trying to figure out how to make it stand, but I ended up turning it into, well, I'll just end up saying what I'm making. I ended up turning it into a rocking horse. I saw a couple of other pins on here that was just a regular horse, and they didn't have the rocking mechanism on the bottom. But this one I actually ended up turning into that because I had to try to angle it to where it would stand. But I went into my other, this is another jar. So this wasn't even the first jar that I had before. You guys remember what I was digging in. So I have 2 jars full of these things. But this one was a little bit more shaped. Like it had kind of like a narrow to a wide cork. So it kind of looked more like a horse head. So we're going to go with this one. Now I bought this probably like 3 years ago, you guys. I've never used it. This is for like weaving baskets and stuff. And I believe that's what I was going to do, and it sat up in my office, something that I would be like, oh yeah, sure, I can work with that. I'm gonna pick it up, and I haven't even touched it. But I am using it today, at least some of it. And I'm actually going to use this as the rocking mechanism down on the bottom. Now this is very, very thin wood here. It's like I said, it's for weaving baskets, so it is thin material. I believe I got it off of Amazon, like I said, years and years ago. But this is still very top heavy because it's stacked on top, with the front being much higher and weighs more. So I'm taking some, I wish I would have had brown or even like gold or something, but all I had was these like sparkly ones. So we went with silver sparkle. This was not my first choice, but again, we're using our hoard not to go out and buy new supplies. And this is also something that I just started creating on a whim, so I'm not gonna, I didn't know that I needed this kind of supply either. But I'm using pipe cleaners, and I just basically did the swirl, and then I'm gluing that down for his mane. And now I'm just kind of folding it, and I kept it all together, and I'm just folding it into pieces, and I'm going to stick that one little piece there. I'm going to kind of make a little tiny of a hole on his little booty end here, and I'm going to kind of glue a little bit down and basically stick that right there for his tail. And then once that's I'm glued down, I can spread it apart and kind of bend the little ends and stuff and kind of make them like curl up like his little tail. I'm still trying to figure out how to make the back end to where it's not leaning forward so much. I'm still working on that. I figure it out at the end of this. But right now here, I'm cutting out just a piece of paper here. I'm basically just making a really long oval. I'm going to cut it down a little bit more from this even. This is even a little bit long and wide. We wanted to make some kind of little saddle. They had some in there, pictures and stuff, but I think they were using felt of some sort. I don't have the best colors for my felt, so I figured I would just do this. And then I had blue and white baker's twine. I thought would be like, okay, so I thought this actually would work out perfect, because then my baker's twine would match the colors that are for my my saddle that I got going for my little horsey here. So it's in the same color scheme. So I liked that idea. So I just wrapped it around a couple of times at the very front of that and glued it down. And now I'm just basically gluing down the little reins going from where his the back of his head to the muzzle area. This is just decorative, and I just saw that they had it on theirs. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I have them in my stash, so I figured I might as well put them on here. These are just, like the little gold decorative gems. They used to sell a bunch of them in Dollar Tree, if you can still find them. I have tons of them, so I was like, well, I might as well use them. So I'm just basically decorating around the bottoms of his little legs here as little decorative gold accents. now I'm trying to figure out an eye. I thought I had something that would work, but I ended up going with this little crystal gem looking thing, and then I colored it black. If I had like a pin or something that was a little bit shorter or something, it would work a lot better. But this actually worked just fine. It is 3D, so it works fine and everything. Now for trying to figure out what to put on the back of this. So I ended up going to my button stash, and there's this like little silver one that was kind of like, I don't know, it almost looked like a bell. So I thought maybe, okay, so we're in a kid's room maybe, and maybe one of the balls are on there or something. So it kind of maybe looked like a little ball. So here is our little cute rocking horse, you guys. This is the only project I have for you guys today. It has been a busy week. And like I said, I was just playing around, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was cute and it was fun to do. Like I said, it was just messing around, and we got rid of some must-use things out of our stash that we just... What are we going to do with so many of them, you know? So, wine corks, guys. Let's see what we come up with next time. I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's see what everybody else creates. God bless. Bye.